In 2021, Andrew Garfield reprised his role as Spider-Man, much to the delight of Spidey fans worldwide. The fandom united in joy, and collectors couldn't wait for the web-slinging figures that were sure to follow. Among those many releases, Bandai delivered a potential gem with their beloved SH Figuarts line, featuring spectacular details, articulation, and perhaps a few unfortunate decisions along the way. What's up, geeks? Kirk from the Geek Effect, and here is everything you need to know about SH Figuarts The Amazing Spider-Man. I have been quite interested in SH Figuarts lately, especially as a Spider-Man fan. My first Spidey from their line was from Across the Spider-Verse, and I really enjoyed their Tobey Maguire, so it was obvious for me to continue with their first ever Andrew Garfield Amazing Spider-Man. I know many of you who watch my channel have been waiting to see what I think about this figure, so it's great to finally share my experience with you. So let's get to it. So the figure comes in a sleek box similar to those used with other SH Figuarts single release figures. It even reuses the concept from their friendly neighborhood Spider-Man box, which features a specific Spider-Man suit, Andrew's in this case, as the theme of the packaging. The box's front has a plastic window allowing you to see the figure inside, a picture of the character, and the standard text and logos you see with these types of boxes. Both sides of the box show additional views of the hero, and the back shows off the figure's articulation by using different poses. Inside the box are the instructions that break down the figure and how to use the accessories, an organized tray containing the figure, and pairs of hands and web effects. We'll swing back to the accessories in a few, but let's take a look at the most important piece, the figure. From top to bottom, the figure is stunning. Like, the detail is just as good as their Tobey Maguire figure, if not better. It's incredibly detailed with a great looking sculpt and paint job, especially on those shiny red parts of the suit. When it comes to Andrew's head, I'd say they match the shaping and size well, and once you add those glossy black web lines and big eyes, it really brings it all together. As for the neck, the length seems to be accurate compared to Andrew in the movies, but something is annoying about this piece, which I'll touch on when we get to the articulation. Something else handled well is the upper body area. There are a lot of raised web line details just like the head, and I just want to say, this is a much better method compared to painting on web lines only because it adds more depth to the figure and just makes the details stand out. The suit texture in between the web lines is one of the other things that turned out really well, and the same goes for the textures on the blue parts of the suit. A unique detail of Andrew's suit is the long, sharp spider symbol on the front and back. I'll admit that the bottom of the front symbol is hard to tell apart from the web lines, but I can understand why, given how the suit details are scaled down for this figure. However, the spider emblem at the back is very bold, and that shiny red finish looks so good against the blue. Looking at the arms, these are a proper length, and aside from the necessary breaking points at the elbow joint, the suit details are just how we saw them in The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and No Way Home. What I appreciate the most are the sculpted web shooters on the wrist. That's one of the things I love about collecting action figures, based on your favorite characters. You get to see the details you may have missed in the heat of the moment. He's also sporting a pair of gripping hands as well, which will be used with one of the web accessories. Figuarts Andrew has the same diaper look we saw with Tobey Maguire's figure, but I'd say it blends in better, it's not as noticeable. The legs are just as detailed as the upper area of the suit. There's plenty of texture making its way from the thighs down to the boots. The boots have black soles, but unlike the movies, the soles have zero texture. It's not like this is the end of the world or anything, but I know SH Figuarts figures are capable of having textured soles, so it would have been neat to see this. When it comes to Spider-Man action figures, especially those on a 1/12 scale, this is a really good looking one. The figure also does a solid job of recreating Andrew's iconic suit, so if you're a fan, I'm confident that you'll be in love. Another thing you'll love about this action figure are the accessories, but be aware, some sacrifices had to be made. Plentiful accessories are something SH Figuarts figures take pride in, and this Amazing Spider-Man is no exception. This figure comes with several hands in a variety of positions, including spread open, wall crawling, relaxed, whip/web shooting, and pointing hands, which can be mixed and matched to your liking. I'm not sure why, but no fist came with this figure, which is a bit of a disappointment, especially seeing how Tobey's did come with fist, and I believe that's the same case for Tom's figure. Something else we get are these various web effects. 2 short web shooting effects, 2 long web shooting effects, and a long web line. These are the same effects that came with SH Figuarts Tobey Maguire, but instead they have a much foggier appearance. I think this choice makes sense because Andrew's webs are artificial, and if you watch the movies, you'll see they aren't as clear as Tobey's organic webs. The web shooting effects look good with this figure, especially when mixing them up, and the same goes for the web line that fits in the gripping hands. Now I wish I was satisfied with what we got, but that would be a lie, and here on the Geek Effect, we keep it real. Back when Bandai announced this figure, they showed off an unmasked Andrew head and mask piece they plan to include with this figure. Unfortunately, licensing complications arose and Bandai had to remove these pieces. That's right, Andrew Garfield got cancelled. I'm talking about the accessories, of course, not the actual actor. I'm not going to sit here and say this head sculpt was the best thing ever, put that thing on a Hot Toys, but seeing how Toby and Tom's figures had their unmasked heads included, it's a shame Andrew's couldn't happen. In the end, at least we still got this version of Spidey rather than Bandai canceling the entire thing and saying,
"You get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir!"
In my last figure review, I said I would be exploring different ways to show off a figure's articulation without listing every single joint, but when it comes to this figure, I kinda have to, especially for one specific area. SH Figuarts figures are popular for their dynamic articulation, which this Spidey definitely has. Starting at the top, there's rotation and tilt in the head and neck. Moving down, we have butterfly joints, shoulders that rotate and lift up, and cross in front of the chest a fair bit. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and wrist with swivel and tilt. Andrew does come with a diaphragm cut and ab crunch, giving you some nice movement in this figure's midsection. Both of the legs have movement back and forth, and kick out at the sides. They even have thigh swivel, double jointed knees, and to seal the deal, ankle movement and toe pivot. While these joints have excellent movement, there's a big problem I have with one of them. Remember earlier when I said the neck had an annoying thing going on? Well, when tilting the neck back or side to side, it does leave a noticeable gap, unlike their Tobey Maguire figure, which has a more seamless appearance. Another issue this brings is the ugly flesh tone piece seen underneath. If the neck were sitting a bit lower or something like that, this would solve the issue. There is a mod that fixes this problem by cutting off some stuff, but I'm not about to screw up this figure while filming this video. Perhaps I could try this at a later point in time and make a short on it, so if that's something you're interested in, let me know in the comments. I did do some light posing to test this figure out, and these were some of the results. This figure is able to handle any pose you send its way with no problem at all, but if you really want to see how well you can pose it, I'll be working on a video where I try recreating poses from The Amazing Spider-Man 2, so be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss it. The main question here is this figure actually worth it? After spending time with this figure, I'm going to say yes. SH Figuarts The Amazing Spider-Man is a great addition to the SH Figuarts lineup, especially in the collection of No Way Home figures. It has incredible detail and paintwork that perfectly captures Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man from The Amazing Spider-Man 2 and No Way Home. The figure does a great job with the suit's textures, spider emblems, and much more, not to mention the set of accessories that go hand in hand with the well-designed articulation. Beneath all this greatness, there are a few downside this figure faces, like no unmasked head, but in the end, Bandai still managed to deliver a great looking Spidey that fans and collectors are bound to enjoy. This is now my second No Way Home Figuarts, and I'm loving what Bandai is putting out. I definitely gotta get my hands on Tom's figure, including the final swing suit that was revealed and their upcoming Green Goblin. Well, there's everything you need to know about SH Figuarts The Amazing Spider-Man. I'm curious what you think about this figure. Do you like this figure? Do you not like it? And what are some things you think could have been improved? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this video and want more Spidey content, check out my review of this awesome Tobey Maguire figure, and be sure to drop a like and subscribe for more action figure goodness. I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.